Previously on Fresh Play Friday. Really big dudes walking towards the opponents. If you've not got the right crew and right deck and right hand, it's gonna go like this. So I literally lost that last one on purpose just to show you what the losing screen looks like.
I disagree, puny human.
What's going on, all you gamers? So today I'm going to be going back and doing my Fresh Play Friday, where I kind of pick a random game from the Game Pass on the Xbox and I give it a little overhaul and kind of review it, tell you what I think. Most times I have never played them whatsoever, so it's kind of a fresh glance. This one I've been a little bit cheeky and I've gone back to a game that I played, I think it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and that is Crossout. Now this game is a really fun game. You can kind of, how can I put this? You can kind of put in as many hours as you want. If you wanted to jump on, have a quick battle and then jump off, you very easily could. If you wanted to dedicate your entire life to it, you could probably do that as well, as it takes an awful lot of effort and time to try and get the top end gear in this game. So here we are at the test drive range and let's nuke 'em. So yeah, as you can see, this is a very close range build. And the game itself kind of rewards you for going into a certain playstyle, but there's so much to it. There really is a lot to it. So if I show you now, I'll activate my kind of special move. My flamer turns green and I do ridiculous damage. So that's popped. And this is really good, this test range here, as you can kind of work out whether your build's any good or if you've got to go straight back to the drawing board. So now, like I was saying, with this game, it's been a while since I've played, and it looks like they have progressed it further. Now, one thing to note if you are going to be kind of playing this game, I'm not 100% sure, but it seemed to me like the player base might have kind of dwindled a little. Now, it wasn't unplayable, there was still lots of people to play with, but there was a bit of AI jumping in from time to time. But the actual game is really fun, and like I said, it's free on Game Pass. So if you enjoy kind of building games, where you go into battles, you build up your vehicles, you kind of play to a complete playstyle that you like, this may well be for you. So if I show you just up here, you've got a market where you can buy all of the gear in the game, and you can buy and sell as well. Now, one thing to note, that's pretty much a good way of actually getting currency in this game, is through buying and selling. And if you're going to want some of these best things in the game, so that's one actual weapon. That's right, 30,599. To kind of put things into perspective, I think I played this for a good couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, and I've probably got about 10,000 at the moment. Now, I wasn't going grinding, I wasn't trying my best to get money, so I'm sure there's kind of classier and easier ways to get it, but by just playing the game, you will not be getting these anytime soon. You will have to invest a bit of time and effort into it. But if you have a little look, you can get things such as this that knocks out barrels full of kind of fuel that explodes. You can get grenade launchers, you can get shotgun, auto cannons, or you can get the wherever they are. Oof. Now have a look at that. Now that is an end game gun.
Yeah. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick!
That will absolutely destroy anything. I almost definitely will never be able to get this in game, but look at that. Right, so here we are starting out in a standard match as such, and I am a little bit rusty, so you'll have to excuse me if I die within 2 seconds, but I'm just going to show you the kind of gameplay, and from that you can probably judge whether this is the type of game for you. So as you can see, you can get some absolutely crazy builds, such as that guy right there who can ninja flip up walls because he's got kind of, I was going to say hover wheels. I don't think you say wheels. Right, he's got hovers. I myself have just got normal wheels. You can get tracks. You can get quite a few things. I think they're going to be chucking a few things in the mix as well, such as omnidirectional wheels.
Few moments later.
Now, as you can see, you can also turn invisible, which is really fun. And you can completely bypass everyone and miss your target. Let's get in the middle of everyone and probably die. But yeah, as you can see, you can do a lot of damage in this. You can have a lot of fun. You can get kill assists. It's gone horribly wrong. Yeah, so as you see, I didn't do the best. But yeah, what you can do is you can kind of play to your playstyle and you can create custom builds. And by custom builds, what I mean is if you go just over here, you get blueprints. So you can save your blueprints just on here of all the kind of customized cars or whatever vehicle you've made, and you can go to them at any time, click on it and press assemble. And like I said, so if you see that one, basically I've got a hover one where it shoots out an absolute abundance of homing missiles. A really fun build, really annoying to other people, but it can be dodged and such, so there's ways around certain builds, as with everything, kind of a chess game. One build always tends to beat another. So if you go up to just over here, basically you can kind of select exactly what you want to do. So you've got things such as over here, which is quite fun. It's an invasion where you fight against leviathans, and leviathans are kind of your, how can I put it, your biggest enemies. You can create them yourself. It uses an absolute abundance of parts, and usually you're going to get absolutely decimated or have a bit of fun trying to destroy them. Now, with that as well, if you have a little look here, you have an adventure mode, so kind of like your campaign as such. And you've also got various ones dotted around, or your standard ones up here to kind of get resources. Now, some of them are against the AI, some of them are against humans, some of them are a mixture of both. You can also completely bypass that and create a game where you kind of play against your friends. So if you had, say, 3 friends, you could play 2 versus 2 and have a bit of fun with that. This game is a lot of fun to play. There are a ridiculous amount of combinations with weapons, kind of treads, tyres, different kind of chassis. Just an absolute ridiculous amount of customization available. A lot of times you'll go into battle and you will know that you are the best thing since sliced bread, absolutely cream of the crop, an absolute beast as you make your way into battle.
This is Sparta!
1 minute later and you will, well, you'll kind of be doing this. Now, as with most games, you can join a clan just up here. Like I said, you can do a custom battle, or you can look at your leaderboards to kind of see who's top dog at the moment. Now, one thing to note, I did have a little look just to kind of see how much it costs. If you go up here, this is your money as such. I must admit, when I looked, I would probably not recommend spending too much on this, just for the sheer fact, the coins at the very least. Some of the vehicles seem quite reasonably priced. They seem like they could be worth getting. The coins, I do not even want to know how much it would cost you to actually kind of buy in coins currency to get one of those really, really good guns. I think it would cost you hundreds of pounds, maybe a little bit more. So, like I said, if you're going to spend about £10 trying to get a vehicle or something, it may be worth it. If you're trying to buy these coins, they seemed a bit pricey to me. Another fun thing that you can do is you can go over to Exhibition and you can see what everyone else has kind of created. So, for example, that guy has created a cheeseburger. If you wanted to chuck a couple of guns on the top of that and some kind of wheels or some treads on the bottom, then you could kind of make your own cheeseburger fighting machine. Who doesn't want one of those? Or you can find someone who's made a really nice car, such as that one there, or you can pretty much search for whatever guns you want and then see if you can download it, but you do need the pieces. So for example, if I went to this one right here, which pretty much looks absolutely devastating. Now, if I had all of the pieces, I could download it and just straight away use it in my own garage. I do not. I am missing pretty much everything. But one thing you can do to see what you like and to see if you like the certain guns on it as such, you can test drive them. So if I show you this one here, and this looks like an absolute beast. So as you can see, we can actually see what he's using and how much damage it does. Kind of work out what kind of playstyle you're going for, what you'd like to use on your builds, and you can kind of, how can I put it? I've said the word kind of a lot. You can kind of dwindle it down, so you could put the exact chassis that you want on it, and you could put what guns you want on it, and then it will bring up a blueprint for that type of thing that someone else has created, and you can kind of see how it fits your playstyle as such. Right, so as you can see, he has an absolutely much better vehicle than myself, and I'm a little bit depressed now. But all in all, this is definitely a fun game to have. It is definitely worth downloading if this is your type of game, if you like competitive games, if you like games where you create stuff and build up, then this may well be something you want to give a go. So like I said, it's on Game Pass, it's a bit of fun. It will take you a long while to get the best gear in the game, but if you're not going for that, you could quite easily make something that's quite fun and quick and easy really fast off the bat and just progress down the line. Right, all you gamers, I'm off to completely scrap this and start again. I hope you've enjoyed. As always, if you'd like to become part of the Soap Squad for all things Xbox, for all things gaming, then hit that subscribe and bell icon. As always, take care. Whatever this is getting scrapped. I'll see you on the next day.